Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome in if you're new. Welcome if you're returning. Okay, so before I hit record, I was downloading a lot of messages coming through all at once, and I had to kind of slow it down. I was outside and I was grounding, I was really connecting, and my feet were barefoot on the floor, on the ground, on the earth, on the soil. And so a lot of this connectedness brought through a lot of transmissions. So I'm going to go down the downloads first, and then we will go through some cards today and just see what wants to come through. Any extras, any other messages or medicine. But I'm feeling like there is like this beginning energy. So I was looking at the timestamp for the downloads that I recorded on my phone in the notes, and it's October 1st. Okay. New month, new beginning, the number 10 month. Okay. So that's 1-0. I actually recorded it at 10:02 a.m. So 1-0 again. So 10:10, 1-0. 1 plus 0 is 1. So those numbers are very significant for this reading today, these messages. Maybe these are confirmation for someone here or a few of you, a collective. And so we're just going to get into it. So the first thing that I was hearing and that I was receiving was this recharging energy. So maybe for some of you, like myself, have been experiencing a lot of, and I call it the Akashic body. So it's the flow of energies that have maybe been stagnated, blocked, held within the body, right? Trapped. And they've been moving, okay, at an accelerated rate lately. And a lot of us have had lots of physical sensations. I myself have moved through a huge third eye chakra clearing yesterday where I felt like it, and I defined it as a migraine, okay? I defined it as something so I could connect with it and I could track it. I could literally be with it and mindfully intend to be connected and track it, where it was moving, where it was flowing, where it was going, so that I knew that it was actually going to move. It was just something that was moving through me, okay? It was just like this activation, this movement of the energy and emotions that were needed to come about, right? So I was hearing that there's a lot of recharging going on, a lot of recharging energy. So what they were showing me was grounding again, grounding with Mother Earth, but it's not so much you grounding to like ground your energy to really like relax and kind of stabilize so much as it is to recharge and charge again. So they were showing me like a phone charger, like gaining power from this, turning on, okay? And I'm hearing like it getting turned on from it. Basically, you are being powerfully connected to your internal source, the internal source that you already have of your chi, of your life force, of your energy. And it's connecting. Now it's bringing this connector of you here as this conduit already, as a human. And you're just recharging your energy when you are really connecting in with nature, when you are connecting in barefoot, when you are connecting and listening to the birds, to the animals, to the insects. Okay, the grasshopper, maybe that's a significant animal spirit or insect spirit for someone here because of the sound. It brings you into that present moment. Okay, it allows you to ground. All right, the next messages that I was getting was bringing things to light will set you free. The light will set you free. And isn't that so like cliche? But what they were saying was the dark will help you understand. So there is this deepness to you. There's this deepness and these layers that you've been diving into. You've been doing shadow work. You've been doing the internal work. You've been doing the rewiring, the negotiating with your higher self and your inner child. These higher versions of yourself that have wanted to evolve and grow and learn so that things can change in your life, so that change can happen for you and with you. And so they're saying like, the light and the dark, there's nothing bad, okay? And we don't want to look at the light as this like, okay, that's better than the dark, because the dark is here for you to dive in, for you to deeply connect with, for you to deeply be with, so that you can understand and unravel and walk with what you've been carrying, okay, instead of dragging it and it being so heavy. All right. Okay, you hear like this is like some serious shit right now that you've been working with. Maybe things have been coming up to the surface, or people have been coming into your awareness. They've been like, it feels like very much like old relationships are now like that baggage that you've been carrying on your shoulders, and it's been creating such heaviness. It's actually in front of you for you to see it. So it's coming in front of you, so now that you can face it. Okay, let's let that sit there for a moment, so you can face it, so you can come face to face with it. Our face holds such courage and so much, I guess that, like, they're saying adversity, or is that the word? Your face faces the world. Your face has had to face your life. And so acknowledge this and soften your face right now in this moment. Allow the muscles to release, and instead of contract and restrict, maybe there's like some movement that needs to happen within your jaw. Again, I talk about the Akashic body a lot in my practice, and that is the work that I do with individuals, is working with the Akashic body. So these memories, these emotions, these generational imprints, the trauma, the wounding that we carry within our field, that sits deeply, deeply within our body now. Okay. So being gentle with your face. Maybe this means you need to like go and get like a massage on your face, or like a facial, or like you do some cupping or gua sha. Or maybe you just like touch your face and you just are there for it. Okay. And then the next message I got was walking with others, finding connections, networking. And then they showed me the eagle. So this eagle perspective around you networking, you working and finding community again, you walking and working with others, you finding these connections with the tribe, with your soul mates, with your soul tribe, with these people who get you. And there's like this message that is connected with this, and I want to bring that up because it's very important. Like, oh, yeah, it was next. It was owning who you are again. You are owning who you are again, okay? Knowing yourself, trusting in your mission, in your purpose for living here, being in the spotlight, being okay with who you are when you share and show yourself, when you show up in this light. You are the star card. You are the one that is pouring this beautiful flow of energy, right? This flow of energy in some of those cards where we see, I think it is the star card, right? She's pouring that flow of water, the flow of emotion, the flow of your energy, allowing yourself to flow in these connections when you're meeting with others. Less judgmental about what you're saying. Like, sometimes you go and you connect with others and you come back into your little space again and you're like, why did I say that? What did I mean when I meant that? Like, oh, they're gonna think this, or, like, shutting all that shit down, shutting all that people pleasing, all that fawning, all that fitting into a box or fitting in to make others feel comfortable, shutting that down, okay? Not shoving it out, but shutting it down, and like taking a look and carrying it with much, much love and compassion, because there's a part of you that feels like you had to fit in so that you were a part of something. But you kind of shut off parts of yourself to fit into this mold, to fit into this box, so that others would like you, so that others would accept you. instead of you accepting yourself. So then you started to internally think about every little thing when you were with these people because you were not being your authentic self. It was you putting on this show, it was you playing this role. And so now, Spirit is asking you and guiding you to be okay with all these different parts, all these different roles that you play, that help you feel more authentically you, that help you feel more comfortable in your own skin. Okay. And what they're saying is like standing your ground about something. Okay. Honoring your no, your sacred NO. Not swaying into people pleasing again or fawning, owning your sacred opinion. Okay. You have this beautiful way of discerning energy. You have this beautiful elegance to believing what others say because you want to trust in their own abilities, in their own truth. You want to give them their space for their truth. You want to be open and stay neutral to what they have to say. But this hasn't always been received internally. You haven't given yourself that belief or that trust in what you say. And this is kind of like all over the place right now, but it will, I promise you guys, it will kind of lay down. Your soul is taking it in, your higher self is here and helping you integrate it. So, not every word that I'm speaking is going to make sense literally. Right now, you can't analyze what I'm saying because this is a transmission. This is an energy. This is a sacred communion with you and your higher self that brought you here to this video right now. And this is for your heart, for you to stay open. All right. And then adding on to this message was you're not everyone's cup of tea, and that's okay to not fit in. You can't fit in anymore. You can't fit yourself in and hold yourself in, and because you're noticing this tension, you're noticing this restriction. You're noticing that like none of this shit is going to matter in 5 years from now, in a year from now, in 3 months from now, okay? And so you need to think like, what lights me up? What makes me feel joyful? What makes me feel free in this moment? Do I feel tense? Do I feel like I have to like shove part of myself down when I'm connecting with others? And is that to make them feel more comfortable? And that's where we've gotten ourselves into this space of this fawning. This, what I'm hearing is like entrapment, trapping yourself into something that is no longer a part of your path forward. Like you don't need to feel so small and discouraged by your loudness, by your bigness, by your words that are here to like share this big vision. Okay? They're saying the layers to you are just beginning to open. Tread gently. Love is on the horizon. You're moving at an accelerated rate. You're unbecoming. You're shaking off the dust and sweeping it out. Okay, they're showing me like energy protection. So clearing work, doing self Reiki or getting Reiki, universal light healing, working with your higher self at night before you fall asleep, you ask for this clearing to happen. Maybe it happens overnight so that your subconscious can step out of the way. Okay? So that whatever's been blocking you from receiving this clearing energy can happen. Ask your angels for help. Ask them. Cleansing your house is important right now. So if you recently bought a house, if you recently moved, if you recently feel like, or maybe somebody moved out, or if you're like about to change up careers, if something is new that's happening and beginning again, or beginning, is happening. Cleanse your house, okay? Clear things out. Clearing the clutter is what I'm hearing. Dust things off. Literally, that will help move the chi and the flow of energy through your house so that the abundance can come through, so that the new experiences and opportunities can flow through. I'm being like directed to like this certain corner of your home or of your office or somewhere, and it needs cleansed. So maybe taking a bowl of water and just adding some salt in it and setting the intention into that water with the salt, right? Because we're charging the water with the salt, okay? We're creating negative ions so that they can remove the positive ions that are creating stress. So maybe there's a corner of your room that is holding on to stress. There's some entities there, or there's EMFs, okay? Just taking that bowl of water, setting that intention into that space overnight, and then taking that water and taking it out onto Mother Earth and letting her recycle that for you is important. So for some of you, working with sage, myrrh, and frankincense to clear your space, okay? Setting an intention, making this a sacred ritual to cleanse your space, to cleanse even your field, okay? But they're really like pushing that water rituals because this will help to bring in abundance. This will help to bring in, and what they're showing me right now is like if you go to the store, and I know this is like so left side, but if you go to the store right now, you're going to see these cinnamon brooms, and they're saying like get one of those cinnamon brooms, or it's working with cinnamon. Okay, cinnamon is very protective. Cinnamon hanging it at your doorway, hanging a broom at your above your doorway, your entryway is very protective. So they are really pointing me towards that as well. And then they also said that you could call in the archangels. So, in the four pillars of the golden light, welcoming in the archangel Michael to the south, the direction of the south, Archangel Gabriel to the direction of the west, Archangel Uriel to the direction of the north, and Archangel Raphael to the direction of the east. Okay, I do this before every session to open up sacred space for healing and connection. And it's very important that you set those golden pillars of light along with welcoming in the protection of the archangels and the four directions. And if you'd like to work with the elements, the element of fire is in the south, the element of water is in the west, the element of earth is in the north, and the element of air and wind is in the east. Okay. And there are animal spirits that you can work with as well, but yeah, I mean, the serpent is to the south, the black jaguar is to the west, hummingbird spirits to the north, and to the east we have the eagle and condor. Okay. All right, you guys, let's see what's in these cards today. What messages would like to come through? Are there any other sacred messages that would like to come through? I love this guy. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you know how, like I said, like the light will set you free. So you got so much light here. Look at these beautiful cards. I can never get this. There we go. Look at those beautiful cards, you guys. All right, so I'm going to feel into the energy of these cards right now. The first one is the central sun, abundance downloads, regeneration. Remember I said recharging, regenerating, right? You are plugging in to gain power again. You are gaining the power of the sun, of the light within yourself. Okay? This says success. And then this one is the solar light upgrade, solar plexus, inner fire, willpower. Okay. So I'm pulling in the Akashic body for the collective who are here listening in and tuning into this message today. And what's really coming through is this clogging sensation of your solar plexus, your willpower, your knowing, your belief, your courageous self, your I am awareness, your worthiness, your power and intention. Okay, This is all awakening within you now. This is all coming online. Again, you are turning up the volume on your life. You've gone through a lot of changes, a lot of activations, and a lot of transitions, is what I'm hearing. And now it's time for you to like take back your power. It's time for you to know who you are at your core and believe and trust in all of that. Believe and trust in that. I can feel like my solar plexus myself is kind of feeling like buzzing a little bit, okay? And when the beetle comes around, we do hear that buzzing noise. We can hear that little gentle buzz. Okay, the power is awakening. It's turning on. And you're beginning to see yourself in a whole new light again. You are beginning to see because your experiences in your physical reality are actually showing you because it is a refraction, like it's a reflection of you internally. You've been doing this work, so you've been turning on certain abilities for you to, like, you're the magician, okay? For someone here, you are the magician. You can manifest things in an instant, and you can also manifest things for your future self, okay? And some of these things have taken a very long time to turn on and to show up in your reality, but now they are. And so acknowledging them so more of that can occur. Okay, that's what I'm getting from those cards there. All right, let's see what we have in these cards now. All right, you guys, let's see what wants to come out for us to... I can't even. I just can't even. Okay. Attract through glow. The number is 18. 189. Okay, so you are evolving. You have evolved. You are like stepping into this alignment of enlightenment. Maybe you have been working with the Buddha, working with the ascended masters, working with this white and golden light already. You are shedding this density. You are tuning into your abilities to be intuitive and trust in your intuition because you've been opening your heart space, is what they're saying. And so a week ago, I was getting these messages that were rolling through, and I didn't have time to create a video, but it was really about healing your heart, healing your life, awakening the heart, awakening all of life and what it has to offer you. And can you receive? Can you be in that receiving state as you give and gift yourself this openness and this expansion in your heart space to love again, to see again with new eyes awakened, to feel again in a way that you have built up so much courage and compassion? Maybe this is taking the leap in a relationship or the next step with someone or in your career. Maybe this is deepening the way that you are in a relationship and showing up already. Having the courage to say, oh my gosh, I've come through and I've gone through so much and I love you. Like, I love you to yourself. Taking that in and receiving that in your heart space, in your heart's energy that your field is full with, because this is attracting more. This will attract more. And so when we heal our heart, we heal our life. When we open and lead with our heart, we awaken ourselves to this new, fresh beginning and fresh start that we've always wanted to have. It's like that pill that we all wait for to change our life, right? This one pill, this one thing is going to change our life, and magically it occurs, and magically it returns, right? It returns us back to the essence of love, joy, happiness, bliss, expansion. And this has been a journey, and it is a journey, and it is life, and it is you evolving as a human, and it is you evolving at this as this person who is here to choose this experience and say to it, I'm ready, I'm open, I am here for it. I am broken open from everything that I've gone through, from everything that I've experienced. And I'm here to witness and to be a witness. This is revelating. This is revelating, and this is beautiful, you guys. So I'm gonna end on that note. I'm gonna end on that note. So if this resonated with you, please like, subscribe, leave a comment below, start connecting with each other, building this community up. And I will see you in the next video, you guys. Bye.